Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a battle, real physical battle, from start to finish. Um, man, I'm proud of our team. I thought they fought. We have to get better. We have to continue to get better. We had some holes, obviously, defensively. I mean, you got to give credit to them. I mean, three players over 20 points. They're a lot. I mean, they're a very talented basketball team, and obviously we're a little depleted. But for Dionna Gray to almost have a triple double with 23, 9, and 9 is phenomenal. I thought Maya was really aggressive offensively and did some really nice things. So just got it was points in the paint that got us, obviously. 50 to 26. I mean, it's hard to win games that way, and yet we were still right in the game. Coming down the stretch, we had opportunities. We hit that big three. Had a couple opportunities. Thought there were a couple turnover opportunities that didn't go our way, but they were right there and fighting the whole way. And we had, uh, I mean, story behind the story. We had to shorten two practices this week with players out with a flu, coaches out with a flu, players hurt. We had another player get a concussion. It's been quite the season with that. But these kids just continue, young ladies continue to give me everything they have, and that's all I can ask from them.
All right, Coach, we're a national TV game. What do you hope the national audience learned from the Flash's effort tonight?
Um, Yeah, hopefully the narrative was about how this team continues to keep coming back, regardless of what's happened to us this year, and hopefully they saw Deanna Gray's toughness, and the way she played. That you know that that this conference obviously has a lot of really good women's basketball teams. That we're the team that got picked to win the league, and yet other teams are rising up as well. There's a lot of really good basketball teams in this league, and so Ball State is a heck of a team, but we're looking forward to continue to improve and hope some if people tuned in that they enjoyed watching a spirited game with a lot of scoring.
And then Caitlin Holmes will force us kind of talk about the defensive impact she's had as she's continued to mature throughout her freshman season.
Yeah, she's making some plays for us, and once she continues to get other things down in the college game, I think she's going to be a lot to deal with. So it was great to see her spark off the bench. We've had different players come off the bench here the last 2 or 3 weeks that have been a spark, and like I said, I think that as soon as this team all shows up on the same day, we're going to be a lot to deal with.
Would you see, Coach, from the end of the third quarter to cut that thing within 8 points about 3 4 minutes ago? What adjustments do you think your team made from that third and then midway through the fourth quarter?
Well, I mean, I think that we just kept playing hard, right? They went up 18, and then we cut it to 12, and it was back to 14, back to 12, and we had opportunities to give in there, and I thought we did a really good job of just kept coming at them, I thought we had a few things go our way there. We rebounded a little bit better in that stretch, and then some turnovers for them helped us out, and we knocked down some threes, and so we were able to kind of stay in the game with a 3-point shot. It's at certain points, and like I said, they just points in the paint killed us.
For that statement you made at the very start, what kind of confidence, and I know you're not big on the moral victories, but what kind of confidence does a game do like this with all the stuff that's happened and to put up 91 points to be in a game like that? What do you hope this does for your team come Wednesday and beyond?
Yeah, I mean, it'll give certain players confidence. Other players will get exposed on film. There were some things that we definitely did not do well in this game, and I'm not real happy with giving up 101 points. So there's some things that we definitely have to get better at. But a quick turnaround to Bowling Green. Our focus will turn there tomorrow. We only have 2 days rest to their three, and so, but we get to play at home, and hopefully we'll be ready to go and play our best basketball on Wednesday.
Thanks, Coach.
I just have two for you. Been on the road the last couple games, and Anna Campanelli had some big games. Made her first start here tonight. Just kind of talk about what you see from her recently, and how you feel confident in her giving her a start.
Yeah, our freshmen continue to get better. It was nice to see Anna step up the last few games and get her first start. That's always a kind of a nerve-wracking thing for a freshman to get their first start. Another freshman off the bench in Caitlin playing well and that type of thing. So really nice to see her effort-based improvement, and I think all the rest of her game has improved because of her effort. But excited about her development.
And then you're wearing the We Backpack shirts. Kind of talk about why you choose to support that cause every year.
Yeah, I mean, my mom passed away about 4 years ago from Alzheimer's dementia, and so obviously it's a terrible disease. We want to contend. Pat Summit, obviously, same thing, cut her life short as well, and so it's just bringing attention to that cause and keeping that in the forefront of people's minds. And what a terrible disease that is. Anything we can do to continue to support efforts to find ways to keep dementia and Alzheimer's at bay and have people live healthier lives into their later years. I'm all about. So, this game every year, I'm always coaching my mom on my shoulder. She was my biggest fan, and just brings back some memories of her and how she was always my biggest supporter and in as a player and as a coach. And it's definitely a worthy cause to keep people's minds on and we're excited to continue to support the We Backpack effort.
And to kind of follow up with that, what does Pat Summit's legacy kind of just mean to you overall in the game of women's basketball?
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe one of the ultimate trailblazers in all of team sports in the United States. I mean, I think what women's basketball was up against in the 60s, 70s, and 80s while they were trying to fight for space, even practice space, uniforms. I think when Pat Summitt got the head job at Tennessee, when maybe she was 23, she had a station wagon. They were driving to games in her car, and she had to pay for team meals out of her pocket, and just the things that she was able to do. You hear all of her former players talk about the significant impact that she had on their lives, well beyond the basketball court later in their lives and that type of thing. And that's a legacy that anybody can aspire to follow. But Pat Summitt, one of the significant pillars in women's basketball history.
Anything else for anyone?
Yeah.
All right, go Flashes.
I guess just a national TV game. What do you guys hope the national audience took away from your team and I guess your guys' game as well?
Yeah, probably that we play hard no matter what. We've been going through a lot this season, so just to see that this team continues to fight and play for each other is really important. So I hope everybody in the nation was able to see that tonight.
I think we just didn't give in. They came out stronger than us in the third quarter, and they were scoring, and we got down, I think, like 18 or 20, but we didn't give in, and we kept fighting back. And I think that just shows, to not give in for other teams as well.
And then, Mike, can you kind of just take me through your offensive night, what you saw out there on the court?
Yeah, I think Dionna had an amazing game, and she was finding me, and our posts were setting good ball screens. They were setting good screens, and I think they were, holding me, and we were setting good screens where they were getting offensive fouls, and Bianca was letting them run through her on screens, and that kind of let them, lay off a little, and that also helped me get more open shots.
And then Dionna, 1 assist and 1 rebound short of a triple-double. Kind of just playing scrappy out there. Kind of just see what you were going through on the court.
Yeah, I mean, I know my team needs me to play hard and have control of the game, so it's really important for me to be able to find those open players and them be able to knock down those really important shots. I mean, they expect me to play as hard as I can, and I always will, so that's kind of just what I did today.
Would you guys feel like the key was the end of the third quarter to stick together and really keep that game close, kind of within 8 points with 3 minutes to go?
Just to get good stops on defense. We were kind of just trading baskets with them, and we needed to score and get stops, and we did just that at the end of the third quarter.
And just verbally telling each other, stay connected was every huddle we had. Every free throw, every dead ball, we were getting together and we're saying, stay connected, just a constant reminder of how we need to stay in this game.
Dee, it seemed like for you offensively, when the game started, you came out firing very well. Was there a different mentality for you to begin the game, feel like you had maybe to do a little bit more?
No, I just think my teammates expect me to take those shots. They're often telling me I need to take those shots, so just to hear from my teammates and my coaches, they have the confidence in me to take those shots, so that's what I need to do to get the team going.
For you, Maya, the 3 you had was practically, almost from half court. What'd you see on that possession and just the big threes that you had late, especially towards that fourth quarter?
Yeah, I don't really know where I'm shooting it from, so half court. But I think just the momentum, Dionna driving, giving me the ball, like knowing I needed to make this shot, and just having my teammates there to support me and the way they cheer for me when I do make shots, knowing that they want me to shoot those shots helps a lot, and just firing and hoping kind of it goes in.
Anything else for you?
I'm good.
Good.
Thanks.